Hey there, entrepreneur. This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing, and I wanted to shoot this quick video to talk about 3 things you should probably know about the Aweber pricing structure. And actually, this video is a little more than just the pricing. As you can see here, I'm doing a screenshot. This is actually taken with Jing. Jing, J-I-N-G. It's a free software you can get from TechSmith. And I'm actually recording this with Camtasia, which is a paid software that you can get from TechSmith.com as well. It's an excellent piece of software, and a lot of the 6, 7, and 8-figure earners above use it. So you want to copy the best, so that's the reason why I have it, and you're seeing this particular video. But anyway, just bring your attention to a couple of things here. First of all, as you can see, this says from Aweber customer service, and then there you see that guy being myself, and they have a little message here, hello Mark. Now here's what I want you to concentrate on. It says this was a commission email that they just sent me. Someone had purchased the Aweber program through one of my links, affiliate links, and I received a commission of well, let's get that out of the way, of $14.70, and the commission percentage, pardon me, there was 30%. So if you divide $14.70 times 0.3, you'll come up with 49, I think it is. Anyway, here's the point of that. First of all, I want you to know something. This pertains particularly to Aweber. Now, I don't know how the other services work, because Aweber is my service of choice. There's plenty of good paid autoresponder services, and that's what we're talking about here, like Infusionsoft, Get Response, Eye Contact, Constant Contact. But here's the first thing I want you to understand. Aweber only actually physically writes you a check once you exceed $30 in commissions. So in other words, that's sort of their barrier that you need to go above. So until you reach $30, you're not going to actually see that commission until you do. And they usually pay out, I think it's once every 30 days or something like that. And this is the first thing you need to understand as a new online marketer. And you're told to become an affiliate and you do all these things. And a lot of the more experienced marketers, they kind of take this stuff for granted and they don't tell you. And maybe you get a notice like this and you're like, wow, I got a commission. But here's the other thing you understand. Normally a person, the other point I wanted to make about that 30% commission was this. Aweber has a program where the purchaser can purchase 3 months worth of their program. In other words, you don't have to commit to an entire year. So this particular customer bought a 3-month, 90-day, if you will. You might call that a trial, but most people would say 30 days is a trial. But anyway, they purchased 3 months, a quarter worth of a year's services, and that's where that $14.70 comes from. Normally, if they bought it and paid out month to month, you would be paid I think it's 25% or 30% of whatever that monthly payment is. So normally Aweber is $19.99 a month, and then you would get 25 to 30% of that. So you can see it'd be incredibly small, and you need a ton of them. But just speaking on that, just so you know, there's a gentleman out there on the internet who's been online, very successful, multimillionaire, Armand Morin, and once in a live webinar, he actually, I guess you would say, acknowledged that the affiliate payments he gets just from Aweber, and I'm not sure if he's even still with Aweber anymore, but at the time, and this was years ago, he was getting $57,000 a month. So you see, those payments can add up. And I'm sure they all weren't little $4.99 payments off a $19.99 commission structure, but the point being that he was getting so many of them that the totality of it was $57,000 and some change. Now, here's the other thing I wanted to tell you about this, about Aweber and a lot of the other major autoresponder services like Constant Contact and the ones I all mentioned. After you reach a certain amount of subscribers, of confirmed opt-in subscribers, some of them use single opt-in, some of them use double opt-in. And what opt-in means is when you, like if you say you were at my blog, which is youcanmarketonlinenow.com/sales. That's my quote-unquote lead capture page. But if you were to go to my blog and hit the put your email address in and put a name in and hit subscribe, Aweber doesn't automatically send you whatever it is you opted in for. You get an email that says, hey, did you want this? And then you click this link which says you're confirming, and then when you confirm, that's when you get whatever it is that you opted in for. And this way they cut down on spam complaints, because sometimes people online, they put their name into a opt-in box and they forget about it, and then they start getting this stuff and they're like, hey, what is this? And then they'll report this as spam. And if autoresponder service gets too many of those, it can get shut down, so it can cause some problems. But that's the other thing you need to know. Once you hit a threshold of, say, like 500 opt-in subscribers, that's what it is for Aweber. And I think it's the same for Constant Contact and Get Response, but they all have their own threshold. You can check with them. But the point is, your rate is going to go up per month. That's the point I was trying to get to. So as your business progresses, your rates go up. And you need to be aware of that. And again, this is one of those things that when you're told this, you need a paid autoresponder service, and by the way, you do, and for a reason I'll get to in just a second. But the point being that oftentimes a lot of the experienced marketers, the men and women who are making big money, they forget to tell you this. And you don't, as a new person online, you don't know. And you're like, what do you mean my rates go up? Your rate goes up. And then it goes up again, I think, when you hit maybe 1,000, and then again when you hit 10,000. And years ago, Aweber didn't used to follow this policy. Whatever amount of subscribers you had, you paid that one rate. But I guess they saw all their competitors doing it and saw there was a lot more money to be gained without necessarily getting more clients. They could just get more money from the clients they have, which is a good strategy, by the way, as long as you're adding value at each level that you increase the amount of money you're getting from a customer. But anyway, I want to bring your attention down here to this little red box here. I want you to take a second and read that, because a lot of people will look at this and go, oh, come on, Mark, $14.70. You got to be kidding me. But here's the point that you're missing. If you add, or in this case, multiply $14.70 times 30, you know what you're going to get? I'm just doing it here, the calculation as I talk to you. $441. Yeah, well, so now multiply that by 12. That's $5,292 in a year, ladies and gentlemen. But here's what I want you to get to. Multiply $5,292 times 2, and you're looking at over $10,000. Now here's my question to you. I don't care how much money you make per hour. 99.9% of you listening to this video do not earn at least $100 an hour. Let's say you did. How many hours would it take you to work on your job or in your business straight time at $100 an hour to gross $10,000? There you go. And $10,000 a year extra is only 2 of those payments, $14.70 times 2 a day for an entire year. Or if you could just go out and make $28 in a commission every day, you just gross $10,000 extra using the internet. Now, of course, you must understand, like Robert Allen said, a lot of people are using this term now, multiple streams of income. I don't know who invented the phrase, but Robert Allen, Nothing Down fame, the real estate evangelist guy, who I really like his writings, he was one of the first guys I ever heard talk about multiple streams of income. And maybe it was just because he was famous that it seemed like he put the term out there and made it big time. But here's my point. That $14.70 is not the only form of income Mr. Marketing makes from his online marketing activities. But what I was trying to draw your attention to was this. There was a real estate gentleman, John Schaub, years ago. He was from Florida, who used to go out and invest in well-maintained single-family homes in middle-class neighborhoods. And he would either rent them out or he would sell them on contract and pocket the cash flow. He was able to retire from his full-time job and do that full-time and become a millionaire. And then he made millions more selling his knowledge. He became an info marketer. But the point is, he named his course Making It Big on Little Deals. And that's what this is about, ladies and gentlemen. It's a step-by-step process. You start with a little of this, a little of that, and before you know it, you got a lot. So on that note, this is Mr. Marketing, and I just want to recap 3 things you should know about a paid autoresponder service. And here's the other big benefit. You can do, you know, when you set up an autoresponder, the real point of it is you set up these pre-written messages. When somebody opts in, they start getting these messages from you if you've written them. But the other thing you can do, which is really powerful, and this is only with a paid service now, you can't do this with the free services. You can send what's called a blog email and blog broadcast. And what that basically means is it's not part of your pre-written messages. You can just decide you want to send it out on this particular day, write it up, edit it, boom, and send it. So let's say, like, if you're a florist and you got some flowers that are a couple days old, rather than just throw them out, let's say you got 1,000 people on your list. Why not send a broadcast email to that list and say, hey, I got some flowers, even though they're 2 days old and they're about to expire, I'll sell them to you at 30% off. If you get a 1% response, that's 10 people to come in and take you up on that offer. That's the power of A, having a list, B, having a paid autoresponder service, and why, as a serious online marketer and entrepreneur, need to get a quality paid autoresponder service. And the third thing I'd like you to know about Aweber, they have excellent customer service. So on that note, this is Mr. Marketing. We'll see you next time on the Marketing Minute.